These professional chefs all want to break into the top ranks of the world's culinary elite. Deciding who has the talent to cut it is MasterChef judge Greg Wallace.
Top drawer. Right on the money.
And culinary legend Michel Roux Jr. With 2 Michelin stars, he's expecting perfection.
Can't really say anything other than yummy, yummy, give me some more.
Cooking doesn't get better than this. It's the Professional MasterChef Final. 36 chefs started this competition desperate to prove they have what it takes to become the next great culinary star. Now only the 3 best remain: Murray, Leon and Derek.
After going through all the heats and seeing these young chefs cook, we finally got to the day of reckoning.
In this 1-hour special, they'll face the final 2 daunting challenges. First, they must cook for 30 of the best chefs in Europe.
You're running out of time.
I wouldn't like to be them. Thank God they're professional.
Then they have to create and cook a 3-course meal that will prove to Michel and Greg that they are worthy of the title. Only one will be crowned Professional MasterChef.
We're looking for a chef who is accomplished, who understands all the basics, who has knowledge, taste, flair, everything that encompasses a great chef.
Who's got it in them? Who's going to be the one? Who is the truly exceptional out of the great?
Derek has been very impressive from the moment he walked into this MasterChef kitchen.
What I love about Derek is that he is focused. He gives 100% of the time. But he's given it all and he has not been distracted by anything.
When you started watching the guy cook, you thought, crying out loud, I'm in the presence of real talent here.
Derek showed us that he can deliver flavour and that he understands the fundamentals of cooking. Very clever, very precise, good dish. My only issue with Derek is that possibly he tries too hard, putting too much on the plate, which doesn't always work.
I think there's a lot of technique, almost a little bit too much.
But he certainly has the knowledge. That guy knows where he's going. He has a goal and he will achieve it.
How are we looking for this evening?
Okay, we've got...
I started chefing when I was 16 and it's all I ever wanted to do. I never seen myself being anything else. I had the opportunity to maybe be a joiner, a plumber, an engineer, and none of that kind of inspired me. I was always inspired with food. I was always in the kitchen when I was a child, and I just knew from a young age that I wanted to be a chef. Winning is everything for me now. There's no point going to all this effort and putting all this dedication and hard work in to get to the last 3 and not win it. I put everything in, like I can't do any more. There's nothing else I want just now in my life more than I want to win this competition.
I liked Murray from the moment he walked in here. He looked tired. He looked like he'd been working very hard. He looked like he hadn't got out of the kitchen in the last 2.5 years. And we looked at each other and went, that's a pro.
He's a real chef. He's a chef's chef.
When Murray has been cooking his own food, it's been great. And I'll draw your mind back to the amuse-bouche and the petit fours.
I would definitely go the extra mile just to sample these chocolates.
I think Murray has just been doing exceptionally well. Funnily enough, though, Michael Caines didn't quite agree.
Come on, hey, you forgot something, Chef. Had all that time to think about it.
Sorry, I was under...
Murray's cooking has not been fault-free, and that is, I think, down to focus. At times, he does go off the rails. For example, the scallops for the food critics.
Those are raw.
Wow.
That is a raw scallop.
If Murray focuses 100%, he can achieve greatness. He can achieve it. I know he can. His cooking does deserve the acclaim that it's going to get.
I've been cooking for about 6 years now. I kind of just fell into chefing. I just started like washing dishes one summer. Yeah. I guess I'm kind of lucky that I started doing that because it's something that I really do enjoy.
Maz, you got 2 sides of fries up, yeah?
It's kind of in my blood now. Most days I'll be in the kitchen probably 15, 16 hours. I do it just because I enjoy it.
Right, we're up, yes?
It's like basically the one thing that I really know that I want to be doing for the rest of my life.
Skills can be taught. What can't be taught is heart and love. And he has got it, Leon, in abundance.
He cooks fish so well that I could have him in my kitchens in charge of the fish section.
It's a very, very nice piece of fish. It's moist, it's well cooked.
His big issue has always been presentation.
Visually, it looks like you've shoveled it on.
We know you can deliver taste. We just need to refine.
Can Leon match those big flavours with a little bit of finesse in the appearance consistently?
I've been cooking for about 12 years, basically since I left school. I was always put off going into the trade by my parents. Terrible hours, terrible money, all that sort of stuff.
How many fondants have we got, Andy?
But it was always something I knew I wanted to do. So as soon as I was allowed to make my own decision about it, I went ahead and got a job.
You guys check on 2 monkfish and 1 lamb.
Yes, sir. I'm working long hours, long shifts. The very little spare time I do have, try and do stuff with the kids and my partner. I'm very lucky to have Catherine. She's really, really supportive. But I'm working hard now, so hopefully we've all got a better future.
It's midday on the first day of the final. And Leon, Derek and Murray are in London's exclusive Mayfair, heading to the capital's oldest hotel.
Morning and welcome to Brown's Hotel in Mayfair, arguably one of the most prestigious addresses in London. Now, you are cooking a dinner this evening for 30 of the best chefs and 3 former Michelin inspectors. If you have Michelin aspirations, you can't mess this up, because these are the guys that you will probably end up going and work with.
And just to make it interesting, you will be cooking my recipes. Dishes that have been cooked in my restaurant, that are tried and tested. These chefs are always looking for great young chefs to work for them. These guys need to be impressed. This is your big chance. Don't let us down, but above all, don't let yourselves down.
In only 7 hours' time, they'll have to serve perfectly executed food to 30 of the best chefs in Europe. These culinary superstars include the legendary Pierre Gagnère and the 3 Michelin-starred Alain Roux. Joining them will be 3 former Michelin inspectors. Leon will be making one of Michel's signature dishes, a sophisticated starter of poached duck egg on truffled smoked salmon and an artichoke heart, served with warm brioche. His first task is to prep his artichokes.
You've seen an artichoke before?
Yeah.
Have you ever turned one before?
No.
No? That's going to be very tricky for you.
Each one has to be peeled and then shaped or turned before they're cooked.
You had issues with presentation. The artichoke heart has to be a perfect round using your knife skills.
will Leon's first attempt at turning meet Michelle's exacting standards?
If you manage to do them all like that, I'll be impressed.
Yeah. Just need to do 30 the same.
35, I think we're doing.
35, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
The starter is a real tricky one. There's lots of areas that can go wrong. And it really is time consuming because you've got to turn those artichokes, cook them and then trim them up again. There's an immense amount of work involved in this.
Yeah, if I've got any aspirations to work at Michelin star level, I've really got to nail the dish tonight. If I can do well today, yeah, it's a massive opportunity to make a name for myself.
Murray is working on the dessert, a pear charlotte consisting of a vanilla bavarois or set custard, poached pear, pear crisps, blackcurrant coulis and palmier biscuits. It's an elegant dish that's been tried and tested in Michelle's own 2-star kitchen.
These are the little palmier biscuits. I want you to make, let's say 110, 120. It's a tall order.
Perfect palmier biscuits must be buttery, light and crisp. Everything now rests on Murray's ability to make error-free puff pastry.
I think the most daunting thing is a puff pastry. Like, I've never really made it from fresh before, so...
We'll make a pastry chef out of you, yeah? It's not a bad attempt. Well done.
Okay, chef.
You've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
You've got a heck of a lot to do.
Yeah.
Get cracking.
With so many different elements to the dish, Murray must conquer his weakness and maintain his focus. His next task is to prepare the pears to Michelle's exacting standards. Before poaching, each pear must be peeled, leaving a small collar. It's slow, detailed work.
I'm proper nervous about this. Cooking for all them Michelin-starred people. It's quite a challenge, it's quite a daunting task, so I'm really, really nervous.
He also has to make pear crisps, the charlotte bavarois or custard, and the blackcurrant coulis. Across the kitchen, Derek's already prepping for the main course. Rack of lamb with fondant potato and morel butter sauce, with a chartreuse of vegetables and a roasting jus. This will test his love of cooking techniques and complicated procedures to the full.
You wouldn't normally do a function like this on your own. You would always have a team behind you.
He'll have to roast the racks of lamb, peel and trim 35 potatoes, then clean and cook the morel mushrooms to make the sauce for the top of the potatoes. He also has to make the lamb stock from scratch for his jus. But first he must make the chartreuse of vegetables, a dome of alternating carrots and green beans. To reach the precise standards of Michelin presentation, each carrot must be cut to exactly the same size. The beans must be trimmed and then cooked before they're placed alternately with the carrots in a buttered mould.
That is going to take you the best part of 2 hours to prepare. You're going to be cross-eyed by the end of that because it's a very difficult job.
The mould must then be filled with a pan-fried sweetbread and a spinach mousse. This is food at the pinnacle of fine dining.
We can't mess about tonight. Every single one's got to be perfect, perfectly lined. These little mousses take a lot of time and patience. Take your time. Yes, chef. Get cracking.
Okay. I think the first thing is you realise how big this really is. If you make a mess at the end, it's not going to do any favours to your career. So there's obviously nerves there, anticipation, but excitement as well. This is what I want to do. I want to cook for the best people in the world, and I'm going to have that opportunity tonight.
They now have only 4 hours before 30 of Europe's most respected chefs arrive. taken Murray 2.5 hours to finish peeling his pears.
I think if I ever see another pear in my life, I'm going to shoot it.
With time disappearing fast, he must keep focused while he tackles the rest of his dish, the pear crisps, and getting the perfect consistency for the vanilla bavois or custard.
Like half a litre of pure alcohol just gone into there.
You got the booze in there?
Yes. You not smell it? It's well strong. I think I'm half drunk already.
Wow, that's good.
With the pastry rested and rolled, he must now bake 120 palmier biscuits.
Do enough space in between?
No, do them in like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What's the time? What's the time?
12:30.
I reckon you have to start cooking these.
Yep.
And make sure you've got enough. Pear slices.
These first batch have overcooked. I'm not used to this oven, so they're going in the bin.
You're doing 10 things on the same time, yeah? But let's do them properly.
Oui, chef. A lot can happen between now and the time it goes out the door. It could really still end in a massive disaster.
It's 4:30. You have 2.5 hours to roll the brioche and cook it.
Yeah.
To chill down the artichokes and trim them down again. To slice the smoked salmon, make the mayonnaise, and poach the eggs and trim them.
Yeah.
You have seriously got to step up again.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to roll my sleeves up tonight. I really don't. You're running out of time.
A little bit stressed. Obviously, I just want to get this right. Important guest tonight, so yeah, just really hurrying to try and get things done.
How many more eggs you got to do?
Approximately another 10 to 15.
Keep it going. Keep it together. Yeah, push yourself a bit more. Come on.
Yeah.
Keep poaching those eggs. Quick, quick, quick. Keep poaching.
He looks pushed to me. I think he's really pushed for time.
Derek's also feeling the pressure. He's yet to finish his chartreuse of vegetables.
Those little vegetable mousses are taking an immense amount of time. Come on, hurry up.
The pressure's been there for a while now because these are taking me an absolute nightmare at the time to get done. They're just one of those jobs.
You're nearly there.
Yeah.
Nearly there.
Yeah, it's a big relief to get them out of the way.
Put them in the fridge for the time being. You'll need to clean down a bit as well,
chef,
because it's a mess,
yes,
yeah?
yes, chef.
It is a mess.
He now needs to make up time and crack on with making his fondant potatoes and roasting his racks of lamb.
I want it served pink all the way through. Very important. Have you seasoned that lamb?
Yes, chef.
Nice and golden.
Yes, chef. At the moment, I just want to get the dishes out, and I just hope the hard work pays off.
I think they've all just realised now what time it is and they have to really kick on. You've got to up the speed, up the tempo, come on. You've got to go quicker. Simple.
I can see you're getting anxious.
We haven't even spoken about the brioche. He's yet to roll out and cook it.
He's got to get it done on time.
Would be nice to give a little hand on
This
starters.
is what I want to do. I'm going to get this done and then I'm going to go through and see if Leon needs a boost. So. Leon, do you need a hand with anything?
Yeah, you can start balling the brioche up.
You're a star, Murray. Well done.
As soon as you've finished cutting them, in the oven.
Guys, in 20 minutes, the guests will be arriving.
That's it. An eye on the clock. Okay, come on, keep it going, keep it going. Leon has promised to buy you not 1 pint, but a brewery.
Finally, the giants of the culinary world start to arrive. These 30 chefs are the elite, world-renowned and critically acclaimed. Between them they hold 37 Michelin stars. Joining them are the men who make or break a chef's reputation, 3 former Michelin inspectors.
This is a massive challenge for these guys. It's not a table of 8, it's a table of 32. So I think for the professional chefs, they're going to have a big, big job on their hands.
They're expecting flawless food. They know and understand what it takes to create perfection, and it's on these standards they'll judge the food tonight.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see the young men of tomorrow today, and so I'm looking forward to that.
What an evening. I mean, I wouldn't like to be them. Thank God they're professional.
Guys, chefs have taken a seat. Are we ready to go? So I need to start up, please.
At this level of cooking, the presentation must be consistent and precise. But will Leon be able to rise to this challenge?
Keep it going, keep that pace going. Keep the pace going, yeah? Yeah, don't just throw it on, make sure you put it on really nice and neat.
I'm sure the expectations are very high. We have menu designed by Michel, so I'm sure we're going to eat very well indeed.
With minutes to go, it's all hands on deck.
I'll get the brioche. They are hot.
Okay, service.
Lovely.
Now's the nervous bit, you know. I've had something to concentrate on all day. Now I've got to think about what they think of the dish.
Leon has made soft poached duck egg on a bed of truffles and smoked salmon, sitting in an artichoke heart served with warm brioche.
Poached egg, you know, perfect, so looking forward very much.
Beautiful, beautifully poached.
Great execution, you know, perfectly cooked egg, artichokes nicely cooked, firm but not crunchy, you know, it's lovely texture, very tasty too, you know, both seasons, lovely. Yeah.
To get all those layers together in one go, to make sure that egg is beautifully poached and soft, a lovely decoration with the salmon across the top of it, but as an execution, it's very good.
It's a classic Gavroche dish. I think whoever's produced it has done a fantastic job. Technically, I think it was very well done.
We just cleared the starter, chef. Can I get main away in 10 minutes?
No problem.
Down in the kitchen, it's time for Derek's main course. But is his chartreuse of spinach mousse cooked?
Are they cooked?
A little bit softer, but...
No, that's cooked.
Okay.
That's cool. That is a perfect pink.
Derek, that's lovely, mate.
Leon, Derek's on his own. Yeah. You got it in there, give him a hand?
Yeah, cool.
For this dish to work, Derek must plate up the 5 components with absolute precision.
Concentrate, get it nice and neat. The bones up there, straight. Straight, keep the bones straight.
Yes, chef. In a line.
Yeah, that is looking good. Come on, it's now or never, now or never.
Who wants to go?
Superb.
Okay, thank you.
That's it. Well done. Well done.
Bravo.
Well done.
Bravo. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Both of you.
Thanks for the help,
really,
man.
really good.
Cheers,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Appreciate that, Leon. I'm very apprehensive with what's going to be said and what they're going to think my dish is like. But I know I've done it to the best of my ability, and hopefully that'll be good enough, and hopefully they'll be impressed.
Derek has made a rack of roast lamb, chartreuse of carrots and green beans filled with spinach mousse and sweetbreads, with fondant potato, morel and cream sauce and a roasting jus.
Technically very good at the moment. I mean, that alone, the spinach mousse, I mean, must take absolute hours.
The lamb itself is cooked to perfection, and the chartreuse is very nice.
I was pretty happy with that dish. Obviously the main ingredient is the lamb. I think he had cooked that absolutely spot on.
Can't really knock it, really. I don't think anyone else of us in the room could do any better.
Downstairs in the kitchen, Murray is preparing for service.
You will be dressing the plates over there.
Over there?
Not here. Out there.
Do you need anything done, Murray? Not at the moment, mate. I will give you a shout if I do need anything, but I'm literally just waiting on stuff at the moment, so thank you, though. I gave Leon a hand doing the brioche, but I'd be much happier if I was doing it on my own. At least then it's more of an achievement to myself that I've actually managed to do it on my own without any help.
You sure you're all right, Murray?
14. Yes.
Yeah? Don't need a hand?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. You have 8 minutes, and they will be down here. Ready, Murray?
Oui.
They're lining up. Yeah, you sure you don't need a hand?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Nah.
Don't try and be a hero, huh?
He's running out of time and jeopardising the service by trying to do it solo.
You've got to step it up. You've got to step it up. Come on.
Leon, just give me a hand, please, mate.
Yeah, chill.
Just grab the pears out of the fridge.
You alright, guys? You need a hand?
No, it's alright for the moment, thank you.
Oh, this is painful to watch you. Come on. 2 minutes, Murray. Come on. Let's go. Keep it going. Come on, Murray. Come on. Come on.
Murray, that needs to go, please. It really needs to go.
Eventually, Michelle has to step in and get Derek to help.
Service, please. Thanks for your help, mate. Thank you very much. Leon, thanks for your help, mate. Cheers.
Murray has made pear charlotte with poached pears, pear crisp, blackcurrant coulis and palmier biscuits.
The palmier is very, very good. Thank you. The overall impression, it was a good dessert. Pear was well cooked, just right.
The pear was fantastic, poached beautifully, good flavour. I think the bavaroise was a tad too much gelatine.
It was extremely well executed, and the bavarois, it was very light, beautiful texture.
And the palmier. Can we have some more, please?
After 7 hours of grueling work, it's time for the chefs to face a room full of culinary superstars.
Congratulations. I wouldn't for all the money in the world cook for this bunch of guys, so well done, you know. I thought the artichoke was great. We all liked the fact it tasted of artichoke. I thought it was wonderfully executed. It was a lovely dish, presented really well. overall very good. Well done.
Thank you.
Derek, I think the general consensus from us that the lamb was cooked extremely well. As a whole, I think we all agreed that the dish was a real success, so congratulations to yourself.
Cheers, thank you.
The dessert was good. The Bavarois texture was very good. For us, it was a little bit too sweet with the biscuit.
Yep.
Pear was beautiful. All in all, well done, well executed. It was good.
Thank you.
Very good.
What a day, what a fabulous occasion. The culinary talent in that room, and none of our three guys let themselves down, and they didn't let us down either.
It was nerve-wracking to stand in front of all them faces that you obviously recognise and have read all their books. I'm absolutely shattered now. It's been a really, really hard day. I've worked at full pelt and yeah, looking forward to a pint tonight.
I'm really proud of them. All three of them have cooked their hearts out. They have given everything they've got. They are on their last legs.
They're on their last legs, but they are on fire.
I'm glad it's over, I'm tired, I'm excited, but I've learned something today. You know, I had to push myself to the limit to get it out, and I think I did a good job.
I am really, really happy. I'm more than chuffed. I'm literally over the moon. I mean, I'm smiling. I probably won't stop smiling for about 4 hours now. Seriously nice. Not seriously nice, that's such an understatement, but it really is one of the best feelings in the world ever.
But it's not over yet. They still have one more day's cooking for us. One more day to be crowned MasterChef champion.
I can't wait to see what they're going to come up with in the last round.
It's Judgment Day. Murray, Derek, and Leon face their last challenge. In just a few hours' time, one of them will be crowned professional MasterChef champion.
If I could win this title today, this would be the most amazing achievement I could ever dream of. I think this would be equally as good as getting a Michelin star. I know I can do this, and I'm going to go all out to gain that title.
It's the final day, everything's got to be absolutely spot on. I don't think any mistakes can be made today. It's got to be all or nothing.
Complete mixture of emotions at the moment. I'm really excited, but also horrendously nervous at the same time. There's also the fear of messing up and going home with nothing. I've got to go in there and cook my heart out today and just really impress them.
Now, everything depends on how well these three cook right now.
This is it. It's the end of the line, and only one winner.
This is about who is the best.
We'll be judging you on the balance of your menu, the presentation, the skills required, and of course, the taste. I believe in all three of you. Impress us, and you have won MasterChef.
Off you go.
They have proved they have the skill to recreate Michelle's award-winning dishes. Now they have just 2 hours to create their own 3 courses to the same high standards.
Tell us your final 3 dishes.
My final 3 dishes are salad of seared yellowfin tuna, carrot, coriander, and some caviar. Main course is a roasted saddle of venison, cream celeriac, smoked ox tongue.
And pudding?
Rhubarb crumble with creme anglaise.
If there's going to be a downfall, what's it going to be?
Could be anything that I mess up today, and that will work against me, so it's not one thing I'm particularly worried about, it's everything.
I liken this final competition to when I have to cook for my father. I mean, I really do get very nervous. How are you feeling?
I was nervous cooking for all the chefs the other day, but I think this is like on a whole different scale of nerves at the moment.
Is it worse because it's your own food?
Yeah, if you guys slate it, then I know that it's my food that's rubbish, and I've only got myself to blame for that.
What about your concentration?
Hopefully my concentration should be fine. I'm trying to put the nerves behind me, so I'll just focus on what I'm doing, then I'm confident that I'll be going home with the title.
Now he's cooking a seared tuna with carrot, coriander puree, with caviar and ginger. That, to me, doesn't sound quite right.
Then he's doing venison, and he's got smoked ox tongue. Now that sounds gorgeous to me. Gentlemen, you've had half an hour. You have an hour and a half left.
OK, Leon.
Hi, guys.
So what are you cooking for us now?
A seared foie gras with a sweet corn pancake and a port glaze. Then for main course, pan-fried red mullet, fondant potato and a parsley coulis with some little garlic crisps. And then for dessert, a spring roll of poached rhubarb with ginger ice cream and a pomegranate molasses syrup.
What is it you're keen to show us, Leon?
I think it's a little bit more refined than what I've done in the past. That's the plan anyway, you know.
How has this been for you, this competition?
I've relished the challenge. I think I've raised my game, you know, to warrant being here, and hopefully I can step it up a notch again and maybe nick it.
Young family, would they be proud?
Yeah, it would make them really proud, and it would show why I've been doing it for all these years, you know. So, yeah, it would be a massive, massive thing.
Leon is cooking red mullet. We know he can cook fish expertly well. It sounds like a wonderful dish.
For his pudding, he's experimenting with a spring roll of rhubarb. I'm not 100% sold on the idea. Rhubarb is very wet. He's going to have to fry that and make sure that there's not too much moisture in the rhubarb. Otherwise, that spring roll casing is going to go all gooey and horrible.
You're halfway. You have 1 hour left. Your last 3 dishes, Derek, what are they?
Okay, to start, I'm doing a lobster ravioli with cream spinach, tomato and tarragon beurre blanc. The main course is going to be seared Highland venison, saddle, with Savoy cabbage, beetroot, celeriac and roast potatoes. And for pudding, I'm doing a warm chocolate pudding with caramelised banana and vanilla ice cream. In the past, I've tried to be too creative and maybe it's been my downfall. So hopefully today I can do some simple stuff but execute it correctly.
Not just a great chef, but a mind reader. What's it been like, this competition for you?
I was so nervous coming into it because it's scary, but now I don't want to leave. It's just been great, so it's been amazing.
Derek's got a great long list of things I really, really want to eat. Lobster ravioli with spinach and a beurre blanc.
It sounds terribly easy to make a hot chocolate pudding with a runny inside. But if you overcook it by a couple of minutes, it goes hard, solidifies, and it's no longer a great pudding.
10 minutes left. That's it. You have 2 minutes. That's it. Time's up.
Leon's menu proved that he's mastered presentation and refined his cooking style. His first course is seared foie gras with a sweet corn pancake and a port glaze.
Leon, that's it, mate. Eureka. A crack has opened in the clouds and there are rays of sunlight shining down on where you stand. That is a dish you would get at a Michelin-starred restaurant. It is absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
Well done. Top drawer. Right on the money. There is no criticism of that dish whatsoever. It is top drawer.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if this is the real Leon or what. I mean, this is unbelievable. I'm blown away by your presentation. I really am. And it's beautiful. The liver is beautifully cooked, it's smooth, has the right texture, the crunchiness on the outside, beautifully seasoned. The port glaze is just right, sweet. That's very, very good cooking. Cooking of the highest order.
Thank you.
My only little remark is that the sweet corn pancake is a bit stodgy.
Okay.
Otherwise, great dish.
Thank you.
Can Leon's main course of pan-fried red mullet, fondant potato with a parsley coulis and garlic crisps be as successful as his first?
Again, presentation, very nice, very neat. This is what I like. Beautifully cooked fish. We know you can cook fish. Red mullet has a very strong flavour, and it can take strong flavours like the parsley and the garlic. In fact, it works beautifully well. It's a wonderful accompaniment. It is a good dish. I think it just needs something else. Possibly another ingredient. Maybe not potato. Maybe something else instead to bring it together. I don't think it's the complete thing.
Right.
It's deep, deep irony parsley at first. Then in comes the buttery, soft potato. Strong flavour of that red mullet, a little bit of a peppery finish. It is really, really, really good.
His final dish is spring roll of poached rhubarb with pomegranate molasses and ginger ice cream.
It's very modern. It's a little bit wacky, but I love it. The ginger ice cream is very good. I think it's got the right texture. That's good, but not perfect. The spring rolls could have done with a bit more sugar. The rhubarb inside is very tart. It hasn't got enough sweetness, so the balance is not right. It's just very, very sharp.
Okay.
First of all, the cold just numbs your palate, and then you get the heat of ginger coming. Then you get the crisp surrounding the rhubarb. Then it's very, very sharp, and it needs a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
Almost, that one. Almost.
You pleased with all this?
Yeah, I think it's my best round so far. I have come a long way in the competition, and I was really proud standing back looking at the plates today, you know, so yeah, thank you very much. It's took a lot of hard work, but I'm getting there.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Leon.
I really, really needed a big performance today. I think I've managed to do it.
Has Murray kept his focus and produced 3 flawless dishes? His first course is a salad of seared yellowfin tuna served with caviar and carrot puree, coriander puree and pickled ginger.
Ginger and caviar.
Yeah.
If I were to read that on a menu, I would be a little bit worried.
Okay.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
That is so refreshing. That has a lovely, wonderful, clean flavour. That's a very, very good dish.
Thank you.
I'm going to try with a bit of caviar now as well. I'm not sure which one I prefer, the one with the caviar or the one with the ginger, but I'm sure I wouldn't want both.
No, I wouldn't eat them together in the same mouthful.
Wouldn't eat them in the same mouthful, then why put them on the same plate?
Because, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe also that this should be one or t'other.
Yeah.
Ginger, caviar, pick one or the other.
Okay.
But I wouldn't send it back.
For his main, he's made roast saddle of venison, creamed celeriac, smoked ox tongue, Pommery grain mustard foam and baby watercress.
Looking at it, I find it just a little bit on the small side.
Okay.
For a main course, if you look at the balance of your menu.
Okay.
The venison is beautifully cooked, moist, tender, pink, juicy. The smoked tongue brings a lovely smokiness to it. I think that's an inspired accompaniment.
Thank you.
I think it works well.
Thank you.
The foam on top is a bit bitter. I'm just not convinced about the balance of the dish.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs the mustard foam.
Okay.
It doesn't need it. You're just trying to add something else to it. What you do get is lovely, heavenly, deep, creamy celeriac, followed by the gamey richness of that venison, and it tastes great.
Thank you.
It tastes great. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
For dessert, he's made rhubarb and coconut crumble with creme anglaise.
I love the look of it. It's simple, straightforward, cleanly presented. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
That is delicious. I love the fact you put a little bit of coconut in there. It's given it an added crunch and a little nuttiness. The crème anglaise, the custard cream, is lovely. In fact, it's better than lovely. It's delicious. For me, it has paid homage to the humble crumble, and you have done it very well.
Thank you.
I would most definitely serve that in my restaurant and be very, very happy. Not only would I be happy, but I know for sure that each and every one of my customers would be happy with that dessert.
Thank you very much.
It's superb. It's superb because you have just packed it full of vanilla. That goes away and it finishes with coconut. It's perfect. It's brilliant. It tastes divine.
How do you feel in general about what you've produced?
Yeah, I'm happy with the way comments. I probably don't say it because I'm so nervous, but yeah, I am.
Well done, Murray. Very, very, very good effort.
I'd be gutted if I walked away from this without winning it today. I think I've done enough to win it, so I'd be pretty gutted if I walked away with anything less than a victory.
Finally, it's Derek. Will his 3 courses show that he's learnt from his past mistakes by not overcomplicating his dishes? First course is lobster ravioli, creamed spinach and tomato with a tarragon butter sauce.
The ravioli itself, I think, looks really nice, and the beurre blanc as well, the butter sauce, looks good as well. I'm not too sure about the ravioli being perched on top of a stuffed tomato. I don't think that's quite right. I don't know if it's going to work, so the only way really to find out is to taste it.
Sure.
Oh, I see. We've got a little piece of lobster underneath it. OK. Lovely. I do like your ravioli. The pasta is very soft, but still has a little bite to it. You've put some cheese in there, some parmesan. It's hitting the right notes flavour-wise for me, most definitely. I think it's an accomplished dish. I'll even give you that the tomato is OK. I'm just not 100% sure about the presentation.
OK.
As always, we've come to expect from you, it shows a lot of work, a lot of skill. You know, you take the ravioli off and find a lobster claw. It's like someone's giving you a birthday present. I mean, it's a real, real treat. Tarragon tang in that creamy sauce giving way to the sweetness of the lobster is absolutely lovely. That ravioli is superb. It's lighter than a wafer.
For his main course, he's made roast saddle of wild venison, Savoy cabbage and pine nuts, roast potatoes, celeriac and a beetroot jus.
It does look a little bit chaotic. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
I actually like this presentation. The pine nuts, they give a lovely nutty flavour. The roast potatoes are delicious, perfectly cooked. Your meat is pink, how it should be. The sauce, it's got that lovely roasted beetroot sweetness. There's a lot to eat on this plate. but I would have no difficulty in eating it all. It's really, really delicious.
Right. Lovely textures. The meat is cooked to perfection, beautifully seasoned. It's a well-made dish.
For dessert, Derek's made hot chocolate pudding with vanilla ice cream and caramelised banana.
It looks great. This is, again, one of these puddings that, in my view, doesn't need dressing up. It's a chocolate pudding. The beauty of the chocolate pudding is the fact that when you cut it open, it oozes and it's hot and steaming. What a combination. Warm chocolate pudding, runny centre, a lovely vanilla ice cream, and hot banana that's still got a bit of crunch on the outside from the caramel. That's pudding heaven. It's really, really delicious. It's top notch. Can't fault it.
Thanks, Chef.
Can't really say anything other than yummy, yummy. Give me some more.
Thank you.
It's just soft and it's dreamy. Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely. You just close your eyes and just drift away on a sea of pudding. Really nice.
Thank you.
Overall, Derek, it's good. I would be happy sitting down to eat this.
Thank you. I feel like the title's there for the taking, and I think I've done my utmost to take it, and I just hope it's going to be enough.
I'm so pleased for you guys. You've achieved so much. You can leave these kitchens today very proud of yourselves. Well done.
Seems like such a long time ago, Michelle, that you and I stood in here waiting for the first 3 chefs to enter the kitchen. I thought we would get a pretty high standard of cook. I haven't been let down there.
When I first started with you, Greg, I thought maybe we're going to find someone, maybe we're going to find some talent. And I think we have. I think through this competition, we have unearthed 3 young chefs who could possibly become the next great thing in cooking.
I've got a real soft spot for Leon because we asked him to work on his presentation. Crikey, didn't he?
Leon's starter was as pretty as a picture. It was beautiful. It was so well presented.
His pudding looked great, but not sweet enough.
That dessert lacked sugar. The rhubarb was very, very sharp, and the balance was not right. But he deserves praise in bucket loads for how far he has gone, because he has progressed so far.
If I don't win today, I'll be absolutely gutted. I've had the best round I've had so far in the competition, so yeah, it'll be a little bit disappointing.
I loved Murray's food. It is that style of food that you pay a lot of money for. It's fancy, it's well presented.
His dishes are creative, they're inventive, but they're also skillful, precise.
Saying that, his main course I felt was a little bit disappointing. Technically it was well cooked, the venison was beautiful and moist, but the foam I felt had a bitter taste of mustard.
It's a very, very good crumble, mind. And to finish with coconut was just inspired.
For me, it was heavenly. It was delicious.
There's so much riding on the competition at the moment, which, yeah, makes me very, very nervous.
Derek has always been technically gifted. He's always had a great deal of knowledge and skill.
He has the dedication, the focus. He's always cool, and he delivers the goods. Derek's ravioli was superb. The pasta itself was soft, tender.
It's got to be one of the best made raviolis I've seen in ages.
My only reservation about that really is that big tomato. Not necessary.
But there is no denying the beauty of Derek's pudding. It tasted divine.
It was perfect. We cut into it. It was runny, it was hot, gooey. It was heavenly.
If my name gets pulled out as a winner, I'm going to be over the moon. I don't think words can describe the emotions that will be going through my head.
Who's the best out of these 3?
They are all good, but who is going to be a superstar?
Yeah, but you know what's so sad about this? Is that there are two losers. And for me, it's so tough because I think they've got so much potential.
It was never going to be an easy choice, Michelle. No one ever said it was going to be easy. We have to disappoint two of these. We have to make one of these champion.
Our winner, the professional MasterChef champion, is Derek. Yes.
Gutted, absolutely gutted. Just come this far, I'd love to have won it, but it's not the big. Yeah, I've given my best shot, just not quite good enough.
Yeah, I'm proud of the way I've performed in the competition, but I'm just disappointed that I didn't maybe excel myself.
Really delighted. This is the first thing I've ever won, and what a competition to win, you know. Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Great.
Outstanding.
Cheers.
Outstanding.
Thank you. And sometimes you doubt yourself, but I actually achieved something this big, you know, and it's just the most amazing achievement I could ever really set for myself. I've never achieved this. I can go on and achieve something else, so I think this has been a really great experience, a massive stepping stone for me. Amazing.
There is no doubt that we have uncovered a real talent.
For me, Derek has really proved that he has everything. He is the complete chef. He has the skills, the passion, the knowledge, the taste, everything that is required to cook at this level.
It's just been amazing.
Restaurant this week, you can catch up on all the latest action at BBC iPlayer. Next on BBC Two, 4 silly boys prepare to row across the Atlantic in an island parish. And then Ferdinand Magellan is among the subjects in Mastermind at 8.